Register is a media outlet on campus, I guess.
Okay.
Y'all fly too. I like y'all.
It's the best news outlet at A&T, and they always keep us up to date on what's going on campus. '93.
2001.
I was interested in becoming the advisor for the Register because I was intrigued by the mission of entertaining and educating and informing the campus community about news and things that were happening on campus. What has kept me here for the past 12 years has been the student engagement and the excitement that I see in my student staff when they get to do stories and when they learn new things.
My name is Alexis Ray, and this year I am the editor-in-chief for the A&T Register. The significance of the Register on this campus is to report what is currently going on this campus, so that in the future, people can use it as a historical, significance or a document to just keep the, history of this campus alive.
It's gone from mainly a print product to including a lot of web-based multimedia type approach to news, which I think is a great thing because, newspapers are slowly a dying art form. And, it makes sense to be multifaceted, especially for the students who are using this as a training ground and also for the way people consume news. So it makes sense to, have, multiple products and to be able to put out different types of content.
Since we've begun our transition to the digital age, we have grown our staff from about 6 really consistent people to now about 30. And I'm really glad and proud to say that we have done that. And since then, we've completed and made a ton of multimedia videos. We've increased our social media handle followers. And I think that with each step into the digital age, that we are really teaching ourselves the best methods on how to communicate with our audience and the student body.
At that time, I think we published on Wednesday, or the paper was out on Wednesday. And folks used to look forward to it for whatever reason, whether it was 20 questions. And at that time, Dejan Roll used to write 20 questions, and they were the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. But, everybody wanted to pick it up for those. And then there would be those stories that, for example, the first time when we decided not to go to Division I football, I wrote that story. Chancellor James Rennick, the board, I remember that, and that was a pretty big story, but it all depended on what was happening on campus. And so it was the information source for students on this campus.
Just looking through some old archives that we have of some old newspapers and just some pieces that the campus has put together for historical purposes of telling the history of our campus. And it seemed like every other paragraph they were quoting something that the A&T Register had written about. The A&T Register reported that there was a sit-in movement here. The A&T Register reported that this happened on the campus in this particular time period. So it was a very proud moment for me to read and flip through and see that the A&T Register is very prominent to the history and the future of this campus. And honestly, no one would really know all the things that our campus has done throughout the years if it wasn't for the accurate storytelling that the A&T Register constantly is doing.